And the fucking Pokemon beans.
And the fucking Ursaluna.
Yo, I'm Tep, he's Ice, and we are back with some fucking Pokemon content. Because whenever Pokemon Home decides to release, we don't know when, but whenever it does, they are dropping probably the best Pokemon of all time in Ursaluna.
The
This,
most busted Pokemon of all time with the only typing ever created
like,
for it.
ground normal with 140 base attack. This thing is going to dominate. And I want to
Look at
show
these
y'all,
fucking
I want to
stats.
show y'all some sets that could possibly dominate metas. Okay, so I'm thinking since it's a ground normal type with guts, you pretty much have to run like Flame Orb,
Flame
guts.
Orb is the quintessential item you're going to run.
So you're gonna activate the guts, give it a 50% attack boost, and then couple that with Stab Facade. You get a 140 base power normal type move, Stab. You could Terra normal this and do that on top of that if you want. That would just that would delete everything. That's a problem. But this shit has coverage out the ass.
The move coolness is what makes it also really good.
Like it gets EQ, which is busted, but say you don't want EQ because your type, like your team configuration, you don't have a lot of mods with protect or a flying type or something where you can spam it. It gets headlong rush, which will just one shot something. That is basically ground close combat.
Now, if you remember Great Tusk that was dominating with Headlong Rush, this thing
Yeah.
is better than it with
Oh yeah.
Headlong Rush.
Oh yeah. This shit gets close combat. It gets fucking heavy slam. I'm sure this thing's gonna be heavy as fuck. Gets play rough, rock slide, seed bomb for
Seed
some
Bomb,
reason.
the coverage on this thing, the movesets you'll be running into are going to be insane.
Dude, yeah, this thing is busted. Super busted. I'm thinking, like, you obviously want to run this in Trick Room because it only has 50 speed. It only has 50 speed. So,
Not fast.
what would be a good partner? Maybe something like
I'm thinking maybe Rapska. Hear me out. Rapska gets telepath, access to Trick Room.
yo, Rapska.
It's forgotten, but Rapska was the perfect EQ partner for this thing.
Damn, telepathy.
Struggle Bug helps eliminate Ursaluna's special defense weakness, so you can spam that.
Rapska could go fucking crazy with it. The only thing, though, it's kind of frail. It's not that. Okay.
It's not that frail. I mean,
What would you run on? Like, you would have to make this bulky, though. Maybe like Mental Herb. You gotta run maybe like Mental Herb with it.
Yeah, it's to set Trick Room and to
So like, you're definitely gonna want Trick Room with this.
Struggle Bug the muscle thing as well.
It also gets Revival Blessing, which is very busted. Does it have? Damn. Only if it had Helping Hand. Is there a mod with like Helping Hand and Trick Room?
I believe there is.
Probably like.
I'm thinking Indeedee. Is Indeedee in this game?
Only mods with Trick Room, Helping Hand. Oh, it could just run for Rigorath.
True.
Indeedee does get it, yeah.
That's what I was saying. Indeedee seems like now the perfect partner because it stops priority. It gets Helping Hand, gets Follow Me.
Dude, yeah, once it gets Trick Room up, then you just follow me.
Yep. It's really good.
Yeah, that could be good. That could be really good. If you're running Indeedee, then maybe you don't want EQ. I'm almost thinking like,
Maybe
is there like a flying type with Trick Room?
Sigilyph is not in the game, unfortunately.
Only
That could be
Drifblim.
interesting.
No, it's
Drifblim.
probably not. I'm
No,
thinking like
even though
Ursaluna's so bulky, maybe you don't even need Trick Room, deadass. Like that's just
you could
so busted. Like
you could utilize what about Speed Swamp? Is that even
dude,
that around for
speed
you?
swap?
Yeah,
I Rapska. The
really.
only mon with it.
With 45 speed.
Like Ursaluna Rapska could be really good.
I'd make
Ursaluna,
it
and then
faster.
obviously like any flying type, like maybe like Murkrow.
Murkrow was always the first thought I had. I know it's not popular with
Like
that anymore, but it's still
Gyarados.
good. You could do Quash with it if you don't want to do that type of speed control. It's not Tailwind.
Dude. You obviously want to just be spamming Earthquake. If you're trying this strat, like you want to just spam Earthquake. Because
This is like the Garchomp Murkrow set back in the like the previous one.
basically, but also Trick Room version. Basically like Garchomp Murkrow, but better and like Trick Room. The thing is, like it's so bulky though. 130 HP, 105 defense, 80 speed F. Like you could just straight up like not even need Trick Room because it's so bulky.
It could take that. Now I'm thinking a counter for this team could be like a Bomb Snow.
What that could counter it?
Yeah.
I mean, you
Because
think
Bomb Snow could,
Ursaluna loses to Snow?
I think so. The defense boost on top of it. On top of
See,
Bomb
that's
Snow's strength.
why if you're running a Trick Room team with Ursaluna and you're thinking Snow might beat you, that's why you're gonna have to run Torkoal.
Yes.
Which,
That is a good option for this.
yeah, Torkoal, you know, obviously changes the weather. It counters
Torkoal has the AP
weaknesses
to
for Ursaluna really well.
He's one of the slowest Pokemon around.
Like Ursaluna could work on like hard Trick Room. Obviously, if you're running Ursaluna and Torkoal, you're obviously gonna want Trick Room. Um, you know, there's a lot of really good Trick Room setters. Like they just might. I feel like a lot of the Trick Room setters like aren't actually that slow. Like Iron Valiant or Meowscarada could just run Trick Room.
Meowscarada was running Trick Room. Fluttermane Trick Room is also an option.
Could, but then
That
like if you run like Fluttermane's just really busted in general. And I guess you could just have Trick Room on there
that's
as
another option.
like yeah, you could just run Shadow Ball and Dazzling Gleam and then just Trick Room. Could have like 2 Mo's on your team, like if that's what you want. But seriously, if you get under Trick Room, Ursaluna is going to be a monster.
It is.
An absolute monster. The only thing that Amoonguss could be a problem, but that's why I would.
Amoonguss is a big counter to Ursaluna. I think it is Ursaluna's biggest counter. It's slower. It can put it to sleep. It can't.
Now,
And
if you think, okay, let's say the meta really evolved and like Ursaluna's starting to lose to Amoonguss. Do you think Ursaluna even needs the Flame Orb Guts boost to
no. I think
like
Ursaluna's
140
okay.
attack is fucking high as fuck. Like
140 is legendary status. Of,
it is. Like what if you just start running goggles?
you could run Goggles. You could run AV.
Like goggles would just shut down
Goggles shuts
Amoonguss.
down pretty hard, and
And then you
one of the biggest
just
counters.
headlong rush it.
Yep. Even without the Guts boost.
Or,
Ursaluna's huge.
hold on, or this could be crazy. You keep the guts boost or whatever, but you Terra Grass.
Oh.
Terra Grass, so then you don't get bored.
Then you get the spore effect,
I
and you
think that
counter
I think that's actually
and
might
you
be the play.
counter Palafin from spamming
Yeah,
death punches.
I think that actually is the play.
That is.
That could be
So you
hard counter to Amoonguss. Like, Amoonguss is obviously like the Trick Room on. Amoonguss is slow as fuck. It's everywhere. It's the top of the fucking list as soon as you click on Showdown. They're just throwing it at you all the fucking time. This thing doesn't even look good, but it's just so fucking oppressive.
if you can't handle Amoonguss on your team, you lose because Amoonguss is
That's the thing. Like,
the
if
meta.
you have Ursaluna on your team, I think this mon is very, very good and very, very busted. But you just have to plan for Amoonguss. I would either Terra Grass, have Torkoal, or,
Torkoal.
because, yeah, Palafin's going to be everywhere, and Jet Punch is going to be a problem for Ursaluna. Now, I think it would live one, but, yeah, it's going to be a problem.
I think with the name, but it's a problem.
Because obviously, like, I would be running, like, max attack, max HP, min speed, adamant, or not even adamant, was it brave nature? Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to
brave
make
nature
this as
route
slow as
is the way
fuck.
to go.
If you're going hard trick room, which I would imagine. Uh, yeah, dude. Like, you
Yeah.
could either run goggles or Terra Grass. Yeah, Terra Grass helps with Palafin, which is very, very helpful in this format. But Headlong Rush without attack stat is just gonna be a nuke. It's going to be a
You
nuke.
could Bandit possibly if you really just want to spam one move.
Bandit Earthquake from that will fuck shit up. But like, dude, like this has heavy slam for Flutter
Good
Mane.
coverage. You
It
don't want elemental punches as well.
has play rough. Like it has lots of shit. Like this mon is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So
Ooh.
I definitely think this is going to change the meta. It's going to impact the game a lot because this mon is insane. Lots of people are going to be using it and trying to run it. I would take my advice, try it out. Terra Grass, Flame Orb, Guts. I would pick either Headlong Rush or EQ. Definitely Facade. I would run Protect just to activate the Flame Orb.
Is very, very common.
Yeah. Now,
on this set.
Be wary though. Don't do that every single time because your opponent can just easily predict it and double up into your other slot. So maybe once in a while, attack on your first turn.
Don't make it so predictable because I know Obstagoon was a thing.
If you saw Obstagoon, if you saw Conkladur or any of these mons with guts, like, Protect is coming. So.
And now that Tapu Fini's not in the game, the only Misty Terrain user, Flame Orb is pretty much on table. Activated.
Yeah, it's really, really busted. So, yeah, look at this fucking move.
Strat I thought of. Now, you say Ursaluna is faster than Mungus, but you can make yourself slower by using Hammer Arm on Ursaluna.
Hammer Arm Ursaluna?
Yep, to lower your
I really thought this thing got Curse. I guess it doesn't. Curse would have been fucking insane.
Curse would have been very much not okay with this. Insane.
Curse would have been, yeah, that would have been a problem. Hammer Arm does lower its speed. That's kind of cheeky though.
It's not something common. I'm just gonna see run, but like it's a little mix up.
That's that's kind of cheesy. It gets taunt for some reason if you want to just taunt Amoonguss straight up.
You could just do that instead of attacking Amoonguss and predicting a sport, just taunt it. This thing could be a good support mon as well.
Or what about this? Y'all might think this is kind of crazy. But what if you start running like Pinchurchin, Electric Surge, Terra Flying Pinchurchin?
Ooh.
Where's
I
that?
get where you're saying with this.
Okay. Now what about this? What about this? And then you start getting all these mons with like was it Quark Drive?
Quark Drive.
Like yeah, you throw Iron Hands, which is also really busted and good for Trick Room. Like, say you lead Iron Hands and pick your Trick Room user, whichever one. Like
Take your Trick Room.
whatever one you think fits. Like I'll just click on Farigiraf. Get Trick Room. You can like you set up your electric terrain, you set up your Trick Room, like, and then you just bring in Ursaluna and you just fucking sweep.
I know Pinchurchin is used, but it actually counters Moongus in form.
It does. It's actually starting to pick up a little bit right now. Which is I think it's because Amoongus is fucking everywhere. And
everywhere is so common. Spore is like just everywhere.
This thing gets some good like support moves. Obviously it's super fucking slow. Like crazy slow.
Pokemon? Maybe?
I think it is, like, ever.
Officially?
So, like, if you have this out in Trick Room, like, next to Ursaluna, like, you can just spam Earthquake. Like, this was a EQ type deal. Because this is going to be Terra Flying, but it also sets up Electric Surge to protect from Amoongus. Yeah. This thing gets, you know, can get the electric moves to counter Palafin, you know, Wild Charge.
It's mostly going to be used for Electric Surge.
Yeah. It does get, Sucker Punch is kind of cheeky. Its attack stat's not terrible.
No, it's a very...
101's not terrible. Like, a Wild Charge from that, you know, it's kind of respectable. I know this is just...
gotta respect it.
Yeah, this is a kind of cheeky. But... Or you can run the Disc Quake cheese, which is very cheese and has been used many times by a lot of things. You know, back in the day it was Zapdos and like Mammal Swine.
Mammal Swine or something.
Yeah, it was very cheese. But there's lots of mods that could benefit from the Electric Surge. Yeah, like Iron Hands, Iron Bundle. You know, Iron Bundle's like everywhere. And running the Electric Surge that allows like another item to be used, like AV Iron Hands. So then it can also get the, like, you don't have to run booster energy on it. So, especially Iron Hands, you know, you get Fake Out, you get Volt Switch, like things, you know, very good, like disrupting and in and out type of things. Like, I think this could be a decent core. Obviously, since Iron Hands is an electric type, you're going to want...
for his water weakness, like Palafins,
yeah. No, obviously, I think on this type of team, you're going to want EQ and Headlong Rush.
Since you are running electric types, you definitely don't want to, you know...
Like, you could run EQ while Pinchurchin's out because it's Terra Flying, but that could be an idea. Like, so far, Common Core is, like, good partners, like, maybe, like, Torkoal in Hard Trick Room, or Pinchurchin in Hard Trick Room. If Trick Room is not your thing, for some reason, maybe I would run, like, Talonflame or Murkrow or something.
I can see that.
And then, obviously, you know, use Tailwind and stuff, and then you just spam Earthquake.
I think Murkrow might be the better play. But
maybe.
Something interesting you could try to do with Talonflame.
Oh, what? You're gonna Will-O-Wisp it?
Yep. Now
That
you
is
can put another
so
item.
cheese.
You can put another item on top of Ursaluna that's not a flame orb. Something out
Dude,
there.
no, like choice band with guts, and then
Yep.
you will-o-wisp it.
Yep. And
That is
then you
so
can now.
cheeky. That is so cheeky. That's...
People self-using moves in their own team is like kicking up hard in Pokemon. You know about Roar Arcanine on like yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Protect, Polypin, Roar Arcanine, and then switch it out.
That's really
Once
bad.
Protect. Hyper Beam Sylveon, Roar it so it gets a free not waste turn.
That's so bad. Yeah. Point is, there's a lot of different, like, little strategies you can do. Ursaluna this one is fucking insane. I can't wait for it to come out. I think there's lots of different strategies you can run with it because it's just so ridiculous, and Guts is so ridiculous.
Easily one of the best mons in the entire meta, defining it pretty much.
It will. I expect this thing to be everywhere. And who knows, maybe all the strategies we just came up with are total garbage and there's going to be like something crazy.
Something else we missed.
Because, you know, there's like a billion Pokemon now. Yeah, dude. Who knows?
A billion combinations.
Like, you can just run fucking anything. Like,
this thing actually kind of gold to go pretty well too.
I could see maybe Dragonite being good with it because it's already flying. I see Terra flying, Terra Blast, Dragonite a lot because that's just a fucking nuke. Obviously, you know, ground flying synergy is just really, really good. I see Orthworm being used a lot now too. You know, with Earth Eater and this thing. I'm pretty sure this get Helping Hand. It does, yeah. Helping Hand, Earth Eater. Well, that could be.
Oh, that's also another really good one.
That could be good. You know, Shed Tail. You could Shed Tail into Ursaluna. Yeah, there's you can do a lot with Ursaluna. I already know you can.
Ursaluna is so versatile. I think it might be the most versatile Pokemon in the meta in terms of like combination you can do with
Like,
it.
I know this thing's gonna be busted. I know things are like people are gonna run Terra Ground and Terra Normal and just try to nuke things. You can run defensive ones like Grass to protect it. It's just this thing's busted, and they need to drop it, and they need to drop Pokemon Home right now. So
yeah, they messed up. They said they drop it and they delayed it. What are you doing?
yeah, they need to drop it. So
Arceus has been over a year ago, man. Release Home. Make the
so
meta.
let us know what you think, and let us know if you're excited for Ursaluna. I'm Tep. He's Ice. We out with the fucking yer.
And the fucking beat.